So the Titan comes from the word Teton. The Teton comes from the word Shaitan. The Shaitan comes from the word Sutan, and Sutan comes from the word Sut or Sutek, and you also have Typhon. Typhon, Teton, Titans. So, the Titanic race is the same as the Satanic race, but you don't get nothing on Satan in the Bible but this evil motherfucker that you don't want to deal with. But you go to the Greek mythos, and it's the Titans, which was an ancient group of people that used to rule before Zeus, which is Jesus, which in actuality, when you get the tape and play the tape back, later on, Rome established this religion because they was losing the foothold, and they put the same damn tyrannical bastard that put the black people down here to suffer back in goddamn power. And this time, he becomes the Christ, Christos, and you worship him, the same motherfucker that they was worshiping in Greece, which in actuality is a tyrannical tyrant or an overlord that's keeping us down here. Now let's go on. As a result, in the later times, they released this Typhon. This Typhon, again, is a later day version of the same energy which was the original Titans that was up here, and that's the energy that's going to have to take the white man out. Now, we're going to use this formula as we go on, especially when we get into question and answers. We're going to have to use this formula, and we're going to show you how it's supplied. Now, bear with me. Bear with me. Let's deal with this. Let's go through some notes right now. Zeus was hidden from his father. First of all, let's recap. Zeus was hidden from his father and went into hiding in swaddling clothing. That's in the Greek myth. That's the same as Jesus went into hiding in swaddling clothing. Prometheus fashioned man in the image of God and gave him the best part of the sacred bull, which means melanin, and stole fire, which is the Kundalini energy, and gave it to man. Prometheus is later on known as Lucifer or Satan in the Bible. That's your friend. And that is who you are. Because he's fashioned, so it's not but your same energy regathering itself up to rise up against it. That's what it is. That's who it is. To actually make Prometheus suffer and make mankind suffer, Zeus devised the plan. Same damn plan in the biblical shit. He devised the plan. He said, I'll make them suffer even more. See, I done locked them down, and by locking them down, that energy can come back. If it's in a certain place, a certain area, it can come back and haunt me soon. But what I'll do is I'll do something that'll keep them down there for thousands of years by making them replenish themselves on the lower realm. So what he did is he produced a person by the name of Pandora. And it was the opening of Pandora's box that later on punished Prometheus to this day, and which really chained him down here. Now, what is the metaphysical thing? Pandora is this particular energy that chained Prometheus down here on the earth till we had to endure it to this day. Now, what does that mean? Pandora was this particular woman that he sent, a beautiful woman, but she had this box. And when they opened this damn box up, all this hell came out. The box ain't nothing but the motherfucking pussy. And the Pandora's box is childbirth. You saying, well, damn. Now, the sister going to have to get past this. She said, well, you know, I heard that shit in the Bible about how they punished Eve with childbirth. You got to look at it on another level. First of all, childbirth takes a divine energy and keeps trapping it down here. So all that Zeus is doing is taking divine energy from heaven, which is down up under the ground, and keeping it keeping it rotating, because he got a brother named Hades. I shouldn't have put him in the libation, who helped Prometheus, helped Zeus bring the souls after you damn die. He has your ass sent back up, and you got to go through this hellhole. And in that case, you got to go through childbirth again. Because you might grow up and get all this divine knowledge and get killed and go down there and come back here not knowing shit. So childbirth on that particular part is negative. Over and over and over again, you can be down here reincarnating over and over again, and you might have knowledge 1,000 years ago, and you might just now be getting it back from the thousands of years. You see what I'm saying? The thousands of years. Plus, you got to look at this particular part, too. First of all, what the woman has to do now in the matter of months is she's got to get out of the nurturing stage. And what I mean by that is this. When we were first trapped down here, we had to be down here for thousands of years. So we had to deal with the art of nurturing because we was going to be down this motherfucker a while until the light came back to free us. So actually what happens is the light has to get strong enough. So what happens is this. You trap for energy. The energy gets so damn strong over the course of years till it becomes stronger than the energy of the damn gods who trap you down here. Because it's been, it's just like anything just like wine. You let it age, get stronger. You take that damn coffee, which is carbon. Take that damn coffee and brew that coffee in the morning. And let that motherfucker sit out till about 8 o'clock. You talking about some strong shit? You can't drink coffee. Coffee is pure carbon. You can't drink coffee an hour after you make that shit. That's how strong it is. They got to keep constantly brewing it. You see what I'm saying? That's how strong it is. So the energy that was trapped, although during the time the forces of nature and the forces of the world could keep it trapped because the energy was weak. But now the energy has become so damn strong, so it's stronger than the forces that kept down here, and the reason why the goddamn weather can't keep up is because of your ass. Your ass is fucking up the damn weather. Right. El Nino is called what? Christ child. And what is Christ child called? It's called undercurrent. You, the undercurrent, your subconscious is fucking up the weather. Now the weather going, oh shit, I can't do that. Now unless you direct it. So we the original weather people because we're strong enough now. So now the earth is fucking up not because of the force, it's fucking up because of your mind. Your energy has become so damn strong, that's why the white man had to start cloning and killing you, because he can't live on the planet with you no more. But it don't take the asses of them niggas. Really, some of them niggas need to die. Why? Because a motherfucking black person don't want to do shit black. He want to do the white man's thing. So if you don't want to do your people's thing and do your thing, more power to you when he put the pipe to your ass. The only people they saving is the ones, you the only ones. This room of people. You see, and less than that. So the key is, the energy is so strong now until it's stronger than the person that is ruling it. And that energy is your satanic energy, titanic energy. You get it? Your Luciferian energy, which now the Bible is telling you, or the actual church is telling you to rebel against Satan and stick with Christ. Now, what's the energy on this? Let's go into this. Y'all all right? Are y'all getting this? Believe me, it's going to make a better tape than what you hear now, because when you can study this thing. Is the tape still running? I want him to check it. Okay, cool. That's all. I just want to, I don't want to, you told me to check with you. Okay. Now, okay, that's good. They're telling you to take the Christ energy. Christ energy, which is called light, right? But light, as you know, is after the motherfucking fact. If you turn to the light, you turn into a light that's been down here, which is old. That's the light of who? Zeus. Right? I must be spelling this shit wrong every damn time, because every time I do it, they laugh, but fuck it. That's how it looks. That's the way I spell shit. Zeus. They say put the E on there if you want this motherfucking O to not sound, this U to not sound like but to sound like ooh, you put the E on the back. Now, am I right? Now, that's motherfucking English. So they got to make up their damn mind. Because I ain't got time for the shit. So Zeus, which is this light, which is the old light, and it's a light to keep you in slavery. So they tell you to turn towards the light. Right? But you know to create a new world, you can't create something which is already created. You got to go back to the primal material, the black. Chaos, which is called what? The dark side. You get it? Because from the darkness you get a new tell you what's going down. Listen. Let me break it down. The light of Christ. No. The Christ light, Christos, is not here. That's us. That's a dark light or a Luciferian light, satanic light, light bringer. Okay? The light of Jesus. They tell you that Jesus is the light of the world. He is. He's the light of this motherfucking world, which is the world is going out. He ain't the light of the new world to come. The Christ is the light of the new world to come, and that's Lucifer. That's Lucifer, light bringer. If you're going to bring some damn light, you got to bring, it can't be the light that you already got, because that motherfucker is fucked up. The world bears witness to that. At least our suffering does. So this light is the light of Jesus. Oh, you need Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Which is a sustaining light that says in the Luciferian principle, this Jesus wants to keep mankind enslaved. So that's why they go and do a ritual to Jesus in 1996 Olympics down south where slavery was. And they use the energy of black Atlanta to do it, because Uncle Black Muhammad said when the black man in the south rises up, it's all over. See, I take the last and make them first. Well, even the black man was the last motherfucker. Get off the tractor. You know, the Harlem Renaissance, all the Afrocentric thing, Malcolm X. Nigga was still out here, damn. We was up under that Martin Luther King bullshit. And he was what? He taught motherfuckers to bow down to the cracker with Christian, what that shit called, Christian something over here? Christian leadership shit. This is the Bible Belt. So you're the one that's up under Zeus the most. You see what I'm saying? You get it? Martin Luther King is the black embodiment of that. He was a government agent. I believe he was the first black clone. I believe so. This nigga fucked up shit. That's why they don't give you a holiday now unless you're a great government agent. Now, I went into the history of that. We've covered that extensively. Now, I went into the history. Martin Luther King is a government agent. We need to buy pictures of that bastard and burn his pictures every day. Seriously. That's a bit harsh. No, fuck the dumb shit. I suffer every day. And there ain't no laws telling me that I got to behave a certain way. I'll tear up God's ass right now if I'm supposed to be the one. This motherfucker here, fuck it. So, now, Jesus. See, you ain't going to never get this because you ain't never, see, I must be telling the truth, because you ain't never heard no lecture where a person come in and talk shit about Jesus. Oh, Jesus was an ancient black God that walked. Jesus wasn't shit. Well, what about Joshua Ben? No, Jesus never existed. Fuck Jesus. Jesus is Zeus. See what I'm saying? Jesus never existed. Now, they had an ancient revolutionary figure named Yeshua ben Pandera. And so when Dr. Ben came in 1991, they said, well, tell us about Jesus. He said, who are you talking about? I don't know nothing about no Jesus. He said, Jesus never existed. The people was like, what? But I thought all the scholars was talking about Jesus was black and he was this black thing. And the guy said, no, try to understand. The Jesus that you're talking about is Zeus, which is a man-made creation. What the people did is they went back into history and tried to locate a figure that might somehow indicate a person that be Jesus, and the only person they could find was this person, Yeshua ben Pandera, who was crucified by the Roman government. But that doesn't indicate that he's Jesus, because we got a Jesus way before him, or the Christ. They just went and got a historical figure, and he happened to be a black man. So when all the black people talking about Jesus is black, they're talking about the historical figure who there's no historical evidence that he was the Christ, because he can't be the damn Christ. Because the Christ is supposed to come in the end times, not come there and get killed, and the blood of Jesus died for you and all this kind of shit here. The blood of Jesus or the blood of Christ died when the Titans died. So you are saved with your titanium blood, or your septon blood, or your melanin blood is dead on the inside of you, which means it's lying dormant, and you are saved because you got melanin. You getting it? That's your saving grace. The blood of Jesus, the melanin is in the bloodstream. or the blood of Christ. See, we done substituted that Jesus so much until we... So this particular person is in this book, Historical Lectures, Gerald Massey's Gnostic and Historical Christianity, which is a monumental work, Gnostic and Historical Christianity by Gerald Massey's Lectures. Now, this light is the light that's sustained in here. This light is called, this light, when you look up in the sky, you got a sun there, which is the sun god, a solar deity. Our sun is the light of Lucifer, which I'm going to get into in a few minutes, which is Sirius. Okay? Which is the sun behind the sun. This sun here, in actuality, is Zeus, or Jesus, which is the sun, in actuality, that is covering up the true world. So the true world is inside your head, the darkness, which is your higher self. Okay? You can't get to your higher self because you got a motherfucking sun out here lighting up all this shit and making the illusionary realm beautiful for you with these two eyes, and you use these two damn eyes without going within. So this sun is actually a deceiver. What they say, so everything was attributed to Satan was actually Jesus. This sun out here is a deceiver. And this particular sun deceives you because you use these two eyes without using your spiritual eyes. They say as man got trapped more and more into the physical, he became more addicted to the physical senses around him. Touch, smell, feel, physical this. And his spiritual senses grew dimmer. Okay? They say as man fell into the physical realm, before he fell into the physical realm, the spiritual realm used to be, the invisible realm used to be visible. That's when you was Titans. Or Cthulhu. Used to be visible. As you fell more and more into the physical realm, the invisible, the spiritual realm disappeared and the physical realm became more clear. The physical realm used to be dim at first when you started falling into it. It became more clear as you fell into and started getting with these two eyes, and the spiritual realm became dim because you see through that through your third eye, which is the first eye, which is the light bringer, Lucifer. You getting it? That is because it became dim, is because this particular sun here lit up this world, which is a hologram and an illusion, and it keeps you asleep. That's fucking Christ, and that's Jesus, and that's Zeus. So the one we need to deal with is the dark light of Sirius. That's the one in the Quran. That's the one in ancient Hemmitt. You get it? Now, let's go on. Y'all all right? Okay. Pandora opened her box, which is childbirth. The child keeps it down here. So you read the Gnostic shit, they say you can give birth to evil. Now, what do they mean by that? Let me show you what I'm talking about here. When you have a child, the woman has to break this cycle. You know that child there, you can throw them out there with that damn dog and come back about 10 years later, the motherfucker still be living. They got children that suckle from a damn wolf. So what happens is, the woman, it keeps you in bondage because once you have a child, you transfer all your energy to the child, and that child becomes your world. And once that becomes your world, you are no good to the world anymore. So the white man come up to you and say, God damn it, I'm going to take your job away from you. You a buck dance because you got to feed the child. And basically what it's actually saying is, it don't take that much to raise no goddamn child. Y'all black asses did it in slavery with all kind of fucked up shit the slave master gave you. Old hard-ass grits. All kind of shit. But all of a sudden it's coming more and more increasing to feed a damn child and do this for the child. That's bullshit. You just got to tell the motherfucking child he ain't having that shit. That's what my mama used to do. You can't have that shit. So I got used to I can't have. And my mom, we was fucking middle class motherfuckers. I come from a so-called wealthy family. Some of the richest people in my town. No, you can't have that shit. You see what I'm saying? No, you can't have that shit. So what the other thing is, so what it is you got to break this particular cycle. When we was on the earth, a long time ago, you needed the nurturing energy. Now the earth is destroyed. Now the woman has got to become her destroyer energy. Which means now that you got to get out of the domestic phase of your life. That means you got to get devious. And you got the damn roll. If you got to make, you got to make an ultimatum. Because this was the first thing you do. Brothers will come there. You be at the house, a cookout going on. Sisters will say, let's go to the supermarket. My sister already said, I ain't going to no goddamn supermarket. I'm going to hang out with the motherfucking niggas. They're up here talking this shit. I'm going to no goddamn supermarket with your monkey ass. You got to break that shit and get away from that shit where you got to hang with your partner and you got to be equal. And if that bastard want to treat you subservient where you can't hang with him and shit like that, you got problems. So you got to roll like that. So now, the brother go, yo, man, let's do it. I say, well, if my mate can't go, we can't go no goddamn well. So they look. We'll roll to the motherfucking. See, now I done got back into, because I'm getting more spiritual. I'm coming back more into the innocent life. So we'll roll out and get a couple of brews. I have the sister with me. We talk shit. She with me. She talk shit. We with. You see what I'm saying? So you got to break this damn shit of we being opposites. So Erykah Badu comes up. She released the baddest song in the world, but she gonna be known as a motherfucker talking about some Tyrone bullshit. You see how that shit fucked up? So you can't deal with consciousness and be half-assed. Either you gonna deal with the consciousness. Now we know there's Tyrones out here, but you can't put that shit off on your people. Your people need knowledge now, and we know that the black woman is just as fucked up as the black man. That's bottom line. Because every goddamn say you think a nigga fucked up, I tell you there's 100 ways a sister's fucked up. We in this shit together. The same bug bit you, bit me too. So yeah, the damn nigga fucked up, but the damn sister fucked up. Because I'm going to tell you right now, half the sisters out here don't want no motherfucking man that they say they want. They want that no good ass nigga. But I'm going to tell you something. Every no good nigga I knew ain't never had no problem getting no woman. You see? Let's go, go to a commercial. Yeah, so now going back to this. Erykah Badu, she had it on the first shit. Talking about 360 degrees and all this. But she done come and done do the damn Tyrone bullshit. And you got to realize our people are ignorant. They're not going to remember the first song. They're going to remember Tyrone. So they saying this shit, her shit is selling out. And now all this so-called Erykah Badu that we praised for doing that shit at first a year ago, now that damn fool going to be known and take her place as a bunch of damn idiots on their whole Waiting to Exhale clan with some Tyrone bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Now, the point what I'm trying to make is this. In the 1970s, the government sit down, and they said, listen, we can make the black woman a government agent without her knowing it. And based on your emotional response, you will be a government agent. Don't think that the motherfucking... Now, come on, you know damn well. For the mere fact a nigga go out there and sell crack or herbs, you know that the man is trying to do something to provide on a better level than McDonald's. Right there. So that ought to let you know that our intentions is good, but the damn system ain't never been set up for that. Now, we do know that there are fucked up individuals. But you got to realize what I'm trying to say about the fucked up individuals. There's fucked up sisters out here. Why? Because one thing you can learn, a sister don't like another motherfucking sister. So you perpetuate that bullshit. So the best male chauvinist is the female. She perpetuates the shit. And we all learning from some bullshit-ass white woman and white man. We ain't none of that shit. How you gonna blame us if we was a whole nother alien being opposite from this shit? So what I'm trying to say is, that's a part of the government conspiracy, too. And to intertwine that shit with feminine energy, it ain't got shit to do with no feminine energy. Right. Feminine energy is a whole nother concept. That's the Maya concept, which has to be doggone manifested by the goddamn male, which is a damn woman. You see? That's all we are. We are split in half and made to think that we two different opposites. So now I be like, no. Brothers be like, yo, we want you to come over. We want to do a lecture, man, for the brothers. I say, that's organized homosexuality, man. No. For you to even come up with some shit by some old niggas, you fucked up. That's a organized homosexuality coming from white society. If you ain't got no damn, what they call it, a soft leg, or what they call that shit? Split tail up in that motherfucker, soft leg, up in there with the shit. I don't want to fuck with it. They be like, yo, people be like, yo, we want to do some shit all male. I said, no, you don't want me. That's organized homosexuality. If you ain't got no sisters up in the bitch, don't fuck. We want to do some shit all women. No, fuck that shit. You see what I'm saying? Now, I might cave in and go, hey, you know, that's more holes for me. Nah, I'm joking. Nah. But I'm trying to say here, you know, we want to do some shit all male. No, fuck that. I ain't doing no all male shit. So the brother be like, you know, come on, man, let's roll. No, man, no. She want to roll, too. So if you ain't rolling with her, fuck it. I can't go with you. Well, man, I want to tell you, no, you don't understand. I tell that motherfucker everything. So ain't nothing you going to tell her that she don't already know that you can't see in front of me. See what I'm saying? You see. Because we're talking about unity now. We got to get out of this dualism about your man being different. You see what I'm saying? Your man is a female manifest. You are a female negative, which means you draw in. We talking about the same energy. You see what I'm saying? He's a dagger that sticks out. It complements each other, and it's supposed to be one. You see what it's supposed to be one. So now all the Tyrone shit, that's government. And I believe the whole government now. Talking about some Tyrone shit. You can't stand on the stage and talk about all this damn sacred knowledge you supposed to know. Three dimes and so, 360, and all this here, and the mothership coming, and then you gonna come around and do some old ghetto shit like that, some old Tyrone bullshit, some old motherfucking damn Section 8 bullshit. That's some old Section 8 shit, man. That old Section 8 bullshit about the black man being a dog. You perpetuate that bullshit. And because our people damn ignorant, and they go buy that shit and say, yeah, because they want a motherfucking damn crying pillar. So that done fuel the ignorance. She probably done fucked up 1,000 damn sisters because it's hard out here. And the niggas is fucked up. We're not saying that the niggas ain't fucked up, but we all fucked up. I'll tell you why I know we fucked up. I'll give you the damn shit. I go up and down the East Coast. In every damn city I go, I get 4 or 5 brothers come up to me saying they're into the continents, but they're having problems with their goddamn woman. This is my wife, man. She ain't into it. My wife, she run in the other room when I put on a Bobby Hemmitt tape. She run in the damn other room. She ain't into it. I get so many people, so what I'm trying to say is, we might be fucked up on one level, the sister's fucked up on another level. The brother is fucked up, you already know that. The sister's fucked up because she too damn domesticated.
Come on.
She say she alien from the nigga, start thinking like the brother, and get out of the domestication. All this damn soap opera shit. You see what I'm saying? What's that?
I'm like that. When you do that, they tell you, oh, now you want to be a man, you got a complex.
Yeah, but see the key is you got to realize this particular part too. You got to realize this particular part too. Ultimately, in a few, everybody gonna be on the same level, kicking ass and taking names. So somebody got to be the child, and somebody got to be the adult. Now, since you got the knowledge, you be the adult and you be the child. And just like a child, you just go, okay, he just at that level right now. Fuck it. You see what I'm saying? And the other person that way, don't even try to rationalize it. You see, just like you got some males got to say, well, you know, she at that level, boom. Well, it's the same thing with females. You see what I'm saying? So, but what I'm trying to say is that we're talking about some stuff about the blueprint as far as reversing what's in you now, is we got to get out of domestication on that child-oriented type of that same bullshit and all. You are advanced goddess beings. That is the energy that's got to tear up this shit too. And they got you trapped and all because you're thinking about the child, and that's putting you into the future. The child is now with you. You see what I'm saying? It's with you. Put that motherfucker on your back. And what I'm talking about, it's not a physical, it's a psychological thing. You understand what I'm saying? They know, the government know once you had a baby, your thoughts change when you come to doggone dealing on another level. You see what I'm saying? You be the same person. You be doing this shit. As soon as you had a child, you be like, no, man, we can't be doing that shit there, you know. Fuck all, you know, them books and all that kind of shit. No, get that motherfucker some damn soup or whatever. You buy the damn book. Or do what you got to do. Don't damn neglect the consciousness for the child. Remember it says, take care of the adults and the child will fall behind. Somebody got to be sacrificed now. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about what I'm just saying, you know, it's got to be that way. Like I say, it's got to be to the point right now where we got to break this thing. And all this so bullshit about family. Right now, if it's up to the people and my mama be a dead motherfucker. You can give me the knife. I'll kill her up. If it's the baby, I'll kill the damn baby. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is, we talking about, oh, but you talking about the parents. Shit, we all the same age any damn way. Now let's go into some other stuff. Come on. All right. So Pandora is for talking about a principle. It's not talking about you going down, neglect the child. It's a mentality. You got to break that domesticated cycle. And what you saying, what do you mean by that? I'm talking about when I go to in the summer of 96, I went to a picnic. And we was out there and we was talking. As soon as we was talking about Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, they was into it. Then we got into some serious shit. And the sisters all got up and went in the other room. I said, what the fuck? That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. We got to break that thing to think that this was a male thing. It's not a male thing. It's all of us. You see what I'm saying? And the brother, you should be upset with a damn nigga if a nigga telling you to get from around your woman, you say no. If you know your woman is down with the shit, you know no, motherfucker, it's either us or nothing else. Ain't no separating. You see what I'm saying? I ain't no organized homosexuality. We got football and basketball and all that bullshit, which is organized homosexuality, which, you know, we ain't into that. Now, let's go. Hades, the brother and partner in crime, traps the souls half the way point and causes them to reincarnate. Tartarus is up under Hades, which is a lower part. That's where the Titans are. Is the Mentor, the abode of the Titans, or Cthulhu, the great old one, is up under Hades, which is the deepest subconscious. Let me go through some notes right now. Okay. The Titans tried to free themselves by building a tower. The tower is also symbolic of the Kundalini energy, or the Jet pillar, which is the backbone of Osiris. Later on known as the Tower of Babel, or Babel. The Tower of Babel, or Babel, they used to say Babel, which is Babylon. The man tried to build a tower up to God, and God struck the tower, and struck it and fucked them all up. They spoke different languages, which means they were confused, which the tower means is almost like going into slavery, and you doggone getting hit in the head and speaking another language on your own. And he struck the tower, and as a result, they couldn't build it to heaven. That was Zeus, because the struck and the lightning, Zeus's energy is lightning. So the first thing he said, oh, you want to get struck by God. That's Zeus, Jesus, and all, right? But the tower metaphysically is the Kundalini power also. 10 years conflict, the Titan gods were famous in the famous episodes of the same battle as the fallen angels in the biblical fall of Satan and his angels. So the fallen angels, Satan and his angels that fell from heaven, is the Titans, which was put down here in the physical realm. That's you. You are Satan and Satan's angels. Now, we know we getting to the right shit because the cracker tried to reverse the energy this summer. He put out a movie called Spawn and a comic book called Spawn, which featured a black man, and the black man went to hell, but then another person came and tried to turn him to the light. But the Satan spawn was going to take over the earth, so they reversed it. They're trying to get this in your psyche. Because they know some of us are coming metaphysically, and science fiction-wise, we are becoming more aware of things. So therefore, they put out the movie Spawn, and they reversed it. He was supposed to go to hell and become the leader of hell's spawn. Instead, he went back to the damn light side. And the man said every 400 years we get a new person, because they're talking about every 400 years of the time somewhere in the 2,000 year period or the 3,000 year period when all our shit came crumbling down. They kept getting motherfuckers to come and get rid of the esoteric part where we rise and put motherfuckers back into fundamentalism. You get it? So they reversed it. You see what I'm saying? They reversed it. The Gnostics say that Adalabra, Zeus, wants to keep mankind in ignorance of who he is and keep him in prison so he does not find out who he is based on ignorance. Ignorance keeps you in prison. So does Jesus of Christianity. And that is Christianity does keep black people ignorant by the so-called fear of hell and faith. So the first thing a Christian say is, that old intellectual stuff you dealing with there, that's not of God. And you shouldn't think. You're supposed to have faith in the Lord Jesus Christ and all this kind of thing here. That's a channel off my own head. But anyway, it's coming from the composites. You get the Gnostic scriptures, and the Gnostic scriptures talk about how man is in bondage based on ignorance, not based on original sin. He fell in sin or born in sin. The original word sin is skin. You're born in sin, which means restriction. Your body is a restricting vessel, which is called. It's also called. That's called the nephesh, which is called the shell. One last word on Prometheus. Prometheus had Zeus had a son by Thetis, and had the son and said one day that the son will overthrow Zeus. Prometheus knew this secret and kept it away, and as a result, this was his punishment where they hurled him to torturers. The son later on is known to be as Hercules, who later they freed Prometheus and was rewarded. Prometheus rewarded him with 2 golden balls, illuminated melanin, out of glorified spirits, is what this particular part is actually talking about. Now, let's go into a couple other things on this Titan thing. Let's deal with this right now. Any Greek book will deal with it. I suggest to get the definitive text, which is Robert Graves' Greek Myths by Robert Graves. But I want to do a few more things on this Titan thing. And it says, let me get this right. It talks about El Marduk, the champion god, defeated Allah and the goddess of the Typhons of old and cast them into the underworld. Now this is what it says. The solar empire, which is the Christ right here, the solar empire was established lasting till the present day and was left man in the state of ignorance. That's that sun out there, which is the false god, hidden from the facts of his origin, the liberation of the fallen one. This particular epic is also talked about the image of mankind, decline of mankind, since the golden age were the Typhons of this particular planet. And it says, as related openly in writings, the gateway of liberation has been kept secret threshold, and the wisdom of Tiamat will surface, and the earth and the solar gods was enacted. So they're saying this, and basically what they're talking about, this particular gateway that was shut down is when this particular sun became visible and you fell into this physical world. These are just other intellectual ways of trying to understand this thing. Now, it says this. It says the classic myth of the seventh planet was to be considered a sleeping titan. Now, as you know, in the Muslim thing, Muhammad is supposed to have gone to the seventh heaven, which is also the seventh planet. The seventh planet is considered to be the sleeping titan. Indeed, when traveling the threshold, his reawakening inaugurates the return of the Titan race. Not only the return of the Titans is brought about by crossing the barrier of light, also the return of their forefathers of mankind, the old ones. Saturn will fall, Saturn, which fell asleep after the planetary catapult, will be later on in detail, will again be illuminated once more. And from titanic soil, life will spring again. The oak tree, which is the box in Lovecraft mythos is also called the Titanic, or the Titan threshold. The oak tree is also symbolizing the Kundalini. Anytime you hear the word tree, that's also the energy inside of your particular body. Inside. Earth is now in exile. Lucifer has fallen into the material existence. The energy center is corresponded in early terrestrial life form. The fifth element on the planet origin became concealed with the destruction. Yet there shall be a cycle of reasons, and the epic will be related to the solar mystic systems, and the Titan will rise again. So it's all this stuff is talk about the Titanic race. Now, this leads to the damn movie Titanic. Number one, for the mere fact that they named the boat Titanic, it was doomed to fail because that was a certain energy they put on it, and that energy would already fall into tortuous or the lower earth, so the shit sank. The reason why the cracker brought the movie back out is because so he could sink the Titanic again. It's like sinking the Titanic energy. This is why he do shit. You figure what the motherfuckers is all, and the movie was an awesome-ass movie. I got to give it to him. The shit was hell. But the key is that they did this to sink it again. Just like they took Spawn and put him out so Spawn could rebel against the damn underworld, which is your true self. Now, we're going to get into some real Luciferian energies on what that means in a first doggone minute, on what that means in a minute, so you can understand some things. It says that Horus of Crawley's mythology is but a name, a flaming name. It is not the day god of ancient Egypt, of the mother of Isis and Osiris, but it is the powers of evil, Satan. One guy said when he first read this, he got a little upset as a young man, but he was trying to find out what a guy named Montage Summers was talking about in his book, History of Witchcraft. And what he was actually talking about here, he was actually talking about a darker Horus, which is the daytime thing, is later mythos, which initiates the Christ and the cart before the horse. The nighttime shit is talking about a horse of the dark god, which is in fact Satan, which is the true essence and the true energy. Now we're going to go into this particular satanic thing in a few minutes so you can understand what it is in glossary terms on what the shit is. What it is this. The physical realm is totally reverse of what your realm is because you are the gods of chaos. You get that? Now, the ancient word for Satan is a cursor. And a cursor simply means totally opposite from nature. Zeus presides over nature. Nature is only in the context of this particular realm. Okay? This particular realm. In order to get to the other realm, you must rebel against nature in everything in this particular realm, and that is what Satan is. Satan is supposed to be the total opposite or the reverse of this world. You understand what I'm saying? Since you fell into this world, you are the total reverse of this world because you came from another world in a higher world. So in actuality, Satan is the one true God, or Shaitan, or Soot, that you need to be going towards, and we're not talking about worshiping. See, this ain't about worshiping. Oh, no, you saying now I'm supposed to worship Satan? You ain't worried about what it really truly means. You just don't want to put no shit up in your house and some motherfucker come in and say, that motherfucker devil worship. You know, shit'll be over for your ass then. You can be put out of the community. It ain't about that. Because it's not even about Satan. That's just a mere word. We're talking about energy. Now, let's go into what this thing is actually talking about here. Let's see what it's actually talking about here. Let's go to some glossary and try to find out what this thing is. First, we'll deal with the god Set, which is the prototype of Set, of Satan. Set, the first and therefore the oldest of the gods, the prototype of Shaitan or Satan, the god of the south, and the star Sothis or Sirius. Well, there you have it. If Sirius comes from the word Soot or Set, and in the Quran it gives up the clue. It says that this is the God that created both male and female from one single ejaculated semen. He is the Lord of Sirius. Then in here, the Sirius is called Satan. That's in Jeromancy's works. Book of the Beginning, Ancient Egypt, Light of the World, and Natural Genesis. All of that. But you could also get it here in Jeromancy's lecture for $10. It's called the Devil of Darkness. And in there they say the devil of darkness simply means that the black man was negroid within as well as out. Negroid being within means melanin. We'll get into the science of that in a few minutes. Let's go on. Listen. The soul or sun, i.e. Isis, Set, is the goddess of the seven stars, represented astronomically as Ursa Major in the northern heavens. The word Set or Soot means black. That indicates not only the generative nature of this god, but also in associated with the night world, Amenta. For from the being a god of heaven, Set fell beneath the horizon and was considered in later mythologies to be the Lord of Hell, the hidden land. In the magical terms, Set is the epitome of the dormant, subconscious activism. There you got it. There you have it. Now we're going into the metaphysical thing on what we're trying to deal with here. And why they don't want your ass to understand some shit. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about to understand what is this road going on and why they don't want you to understand this. We know that this is the right shit right here. I'm going to tell you why. Every damn station you turn on is talking about Jesus. Now they know we got into the metaphysical thing, and they're all telling you to go and meditate and be the light consciousness and the angelic beings and the light beings and the power of love and all that bullshit. Deepak Chopra and all that old shit. Let me tell you what's really going on here. What's really going on here is this. In the fall of 95, I went to New York, and we believe that it has a lot to do with this metaphysical thing that happened, because the first metaphysical stuff started here in Atlanta. Although you had Delbert Blair, he's in most of the UFOs and stuff, but we started the stuff out with C. Freeman L., me, a brother named Robert Calloway, and a whole bunch of things we was doing at Black Media at the time. And the damn phenomenon started from here. Then you had one or two people, Reverend Valentine up in New York, when he came out with the Delbert Blair tape. And that whole 9 yard in the meeting of the metaphysical masters. But anyway, we understand after 1994, after the Dogon did the Siggy ceremony, they had a bookstore in New York called Samuel Weiser, and the shit just closed down. Now, this bookstore was open when occult material wasn't even popular. Then when it gets popular, the store just closed down. So we go up to New York, and I asked them, do they have this book, the Necronomicon? Now, I'm not talking about the little black book. There's another one put out by School Press in England. They got one called the Necronomicon and also one called the Rayleigh Text. The white boy said, no, we don't deal with that kind of shit. No, man, that stuff, we don't deal with. That stuff is dangerous. Right then, I knew some shit. I said, well, I done did every damn ritual up in that shit, and I said, I'd end up mad, because don't shit be happening. I'd just be standing up in the damn room, TV be on, and I'd be mad as shit. Ain't nothing happening. Listen, I done did every satanic and so-called Necronomicon ritual in the world, and none of this shit happened. Why is that? Because you can't produce no energy in no more than what you made out of. So when the cracker was saying, yeah, we getting stab wounds, we getting burnt up and all this kind of stuff, I said, oh, we own this some stuff here. If these white people are physically getting messed up, and I done did all the stuff, but ain't nothing happening, and the only time I ever got them to do something, I had to start cussing them out. And then I don't even get them to do nothing no more. I just like, you just better be ready when I come. Because I'm your damn daddy. I'm your daddy. Remember I told you about the glass? We on top now. So I'm your daddy. You just better behave when I come. And I understand. We go up there, these white people were saying, no, we don't. no, we don't mess with nothing, no. And I'm saying, damn, what the hell is going on here? Samuel Weiser closed down. They had another place called Magical Child. It closed down. I said, what the hell is going on here? Okay. Scene shift, the scene shift up until sometime this summer. I go up in the Sphinx Metaphysical Bookstore. I said, she said, yeah, you know, the Samuel Weiser, there's the bookstore that closed down, but they got a book company. That's the books with the Ankh on the side. And they got a catalog. They say, you know, Samuel Weiser, they just got rid of all their black arts and all the Necronomicon and all the other particular strong energy stuff. They just discontinued out of their catalog. So something happened. In the spring of the year, I went to Avalon Bookstore. Charles said, yeah, we going out of business, man. I said, he said, we're going out of business. There's a white boy up there. Now, this is interesting. There was another white boy up there was the shit. Man, this mother knew all the shit. His name was Larry. All of a sudden, in the fall of damn 94, Larry go crazy. Larry goes crazy, get in the crazy house. But see, Charles and them, they wasn't backing down. What had happened was the government came in and told them all, get rid of all the shit. Tell you what they said, get rid of all the black stuff. The dark arts. Say, why? Says these goddamn niggas done caught on to it. They get ready to get back in their energy. See, we was fooling with the metaphysical stuff, talking about the light stuff. But now they done caught on to it. There one or two up in this shit is talking about the real shit. They told them, get rid of all the stuff. Okay. So, what's his name? Larry and them, they had all the stuff. Larry come and said, we're going out of business, man. I said, damn, Larry. He said, well, Barnes & Noble's run us out of business. I said, Larry. I said, all you got to do, man, is put up a whole bunch of flyers and take them shit down to little 5 points. I said, every cracker walking around in some dark clothing and spikes around their neck will be in your store tomorrow. I said, what the hell you talking about, man? I said, you go to little 5, you see them motherfuckers dressed with damn black pop, you know, them witches and dressed with all that black shit on their head and them spikes. I said, them motherfuckers will be up in here tomorrow. A week later, he closed down. Spirit told me to say, that nigga, they put the pipe to that nigga head and told him he got to go. So I go up in the Sphinx. I tell the girl, I say, you got any darker stuff up in here? Talking about some real deal shit? The guy said, no. He said, we don't carry it no more. He said, why? He said, there are too many dark spirits out here. Yeah. Yeah. There are too many dark spirits out here. And we don't want to push nobody over the edge. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, that shit weak to me. Because it's not but just the energy of black people. We don't want to push nobody over the edge. I said, oh, so you talking as if somebody done came and gave you the warning. If some of these little white children go crazy up in here, we going to damn prosecute your ass. Or whatever. I said, but why they messing with you anyway? I said, I go down to 7 on the bookstore, no, 7 on the health food store. I tell them, I need something for some sniffles and shit. I said, I need some gold seal or some, and some echinacea or whatever and all. And I say, so give me some other stuff on it. This is having a conversation. No, we can't tell you nothing about what it does. You got to go back in that book and look it up in the book. What the hell going on here? I said, oh, okay, the government cracking down on the health food store people too. So you can't suggest nothing to me because the government might come and say, you suggested this person here died, this person had leukemia or something. He died from this. So therefore, we're going to shut down the whole place. So now they got all the stuff. You just go there and just look in the book and find out what you want and go ask him for it. I said, oh, okay. So I go back. He said, no, we don't sell none of this stuff, this dark stuff. I said, oh, so now you're getting like Christianity now. They done kept all the knowledge from all the people now. Talking about they going to hell. And I said, you supposed to be metaphysical people, and y'all turn around doing the same damn thing. We're talking about bringing people to the light. We're talking about like the shamans. The shamans say, they go back. We don't deal with what we might want it to be or what we might like it to be. We deal with what is. I said, well, goddamn it, what is? I said, that's relative to your ass. I said, what is fucked up in my damn community. So what you talking about? Deal with what the fuck it is. I said, somebody done dealt us a shit of damn debt. And we supposed to do something about the damn thing. I hear with the man, we deal with what is. I said, oh, I see what it is, because y'all trying to keep this shit afloat. And I said, oh, I got it now. But I said, oh, it ain't even about the ritual. I said, no, man, you don't understand. I said, quiet as kept, man. So you done fucked up. I said, you should have got the shit back in 94. I said, I done bought off every book in the East Coast. I got all the damn shit there. And I said, I ain't looking for nothing ritualistic, because I said, that stuff don't even work for me. I said, my power's so damn high, that stuff, because the Spirit said, man, what the hell you doing them rituals? The power is within your ass. You can't get no more out of your ass than what you are. So, yeah, we give you the energy, but it's the same damn energy you had before you did the shit. I said, I'm looking for some doggone stuff, some stuff that are concepts. I said, I'm dealing with it on the intellectual level because I'm already spiritual. And I said, it's a concept. No, you don't need to be dealing with that either. I said, oh, okay. I said, but I was just playing with the damn man. I had done got all the stuff years ago. I wasn't even looking for nothing. I was just seeing where these mugs was. And I said, okay, we got the ultimate power now. I said, okay, you talking about the dark side. And I said, I see where y'all going now with this thing. And so now what it is, they done put up Deepak Chopra and all these people, and they got them meditating, and all this sort of stuff. And they got all these thousands of crackers meditating and all this kind of stuff here, and all that kind of shit. I said, oh, I get it now. Only thing we got to do is find out who the hell we are, and the melanin are already lined up for your ass. You ain't got to do no ritual and no worship and all that old shit, because that's for white people. We did stuff like that years ago because we had to keep the civilization we had afloat. We manipulated the physical realm in the temples. But now, in the book of law, it says all rituals are African. So it's not talking about a ritual is doing something to a deity to get some particular energy or favor. Since you are the deity incarnate, the book of law says, no God where I am, hide on all that. You see what I'm saying? The elect in the book of Enoch said the elect is here. The angels, the Zohar says, the ancient Zohar says what? The angels, the man on earth said God is on high. Well, the angels in heaven say the man lives on earth. Elijah Muhammad said there was a black man on Mars. He used to worship the niggas down here. Right. Used to worship your ass. That's right. The black man on Mars. So now, dealing with this particular science, we just got to become. Now, let's go into some other stuff so you can understand this. Now, the Satan that we're talking about here is not no devil up under no ground. It's talking about the deepest part of your subconscious. Okay? I'm going to clear it up in a few minutes. Let's go on. Set is the epitome of the subconscious activism. This God is supreme importance, not only in the primitive spirit, but also the formula of sex magic. Satan, a god worshipped by the Yazetis in lower Mesopotamia. Difference between history and some mythology that's got you scared. Shaitan is a god worshipped by the Yazeti tribe in lower Mesopotamia, the ancient source of the Sumerian tradition. The biblical version of this god as Satan is degenerated and degraded, and the meaning of power, which was originally represented and made the formula of a cult on a supreme level, became the epitome of evil by the actual Christians. They just took an ancient God, one man's God is another man's devil, and turned it around. And basically they just said, all the ancient black world, we're going to rebel against your stuff. Now, Set, our word black, word soot derives from this incalculable ancient name. Set was the primordial god of the Egyptians. No earlier god exists in human history of the race. Shaitan, a deity of the Yazetis worshipped in lower Mesopotamia, source of the Sumerian tradition. The name Shaitan is a form of Set. Now, I'm going to break this thing down, and then I'm going to show you what this shit is in a few minutes. The word Shaitan is a form of Set. Now, in many Kabbalistic meanings in which has been dealt with fully, it conceals the magical formula of sex magic and the current means of Satan's work, who has failed to the corruption of Satan's name, who has failed to understand the true formula because they degraded the image. Now, look at this. Sirius, the dog star. In arcane tradition, a vast star, Sirius, symbolizes the sun behind the sun, i.e., the true father of the universe. Sirius was the primordial star of all times. He was known in Egypt as the doubling one, therefore the creator and the reflector. Sirius was known as Set, the original headless one in the lower region of the south, was known in Egypt as On, the dog, hence Set-On, Satan, the Lord of infernal regions. The place that was later interpreted as the moral place as hell. So you get the word On, which comes from Anubis, you get the word Set, and you put them together and you get Set-On in Egypt. Mesopotamia, you get Shet-On or Shait-On. You also get the word Tit-On in Chaldea, and then from Chaldea, from Greece, you get the word Titan. You get it? You get the word Titan. Now, let's go on, because we got to go into the demon part. That's the part right there on what you got to deal with. Okay, come on. Okay, yeah, we got to go into the demon part. That's the part that's dealing with the inner subconscious. See, Titan. Go ahead. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And I wanted to ask you like a real low question.
Yeah. Okay. Whoever needs to sit down, grab a seat or whatever. Okay. All right, let's at least try to finish the video so for people to study beyond the lecture, okay? Y'all ready? So I need a little quiet. All right. Now this one's going to really get you. You ready? Okay. You ready? Satan. Testing. Testing. Oh. You need some more batteries, you think? Testing. Testing. Okay. All right, now, testing. Is that it? Testing. Okay. This word, all of this particular information can be accessed by Gerald Mass's Ancient Egypt, Light of the World, Book of the Beginnings, Volume 2. Book of the Beginnings is the origins of this particular stuff, Volume 2, which is a monumental work, which was kept out of sight of the government for years. Only the people who accessed it was the black scholars that did it and all, and they did it for the simple fact that he went into the British Museum and pulled up all this particular information, and they didn't want this stuff to get out because it would have torn up Christianity. Satan, the word derives from African roots, Sut meaning black, On meaning dog, jackal, which represents the father of the wolf, the dark god of ancient Egypt, or the dark twin of the bright Horus. Known as Set or Sut, the word of darkness, which our word Sut-on Anubis, was the earliest form of Set Horus, the god of the double star Sothis, Sirius, the dog star. Set-on, combined with the image of the black bird Set, is the golden jackal of the desert, and the dark and bright twins. The Christians moralized Set-on and became the adverse opposite, making Set evil and Horus good. In the earliest, i.e. Typhonian phase of symbolism, On was the lunar calf ape, sacred as the dog-faced baboon in the primal mysteries. Hence, the ape black bird of the dog became still for the Christian zoo type a primal evil. Now, what is this particular Set? In order to find out what this particular Set is, you must understand this particular word, which is called, had it, which in Arabia it is called this word. Get this right. In Arabia me get this right. In Arabia, it's called this word. Cadis. The primal creative energy, hadit or cadis, abides as cold waves named cadis signifies the dimension beyond the gap, awaking the dream consciousness. It comes cadis in the Chaldean form is called hadit. Hadit, an infinitely small atomic point. Bindu, hadit is the hidden God. Had is one ad or dab or thos, which set produces Yog Sathos. Now, it says that Had is the Chaldean form of the god Shaitan, which is Mesopotamia. Had means the black dot or dot. So what is Satan? It simply means melanin. Your true essence or your true subconscious is what it actually means. Now, Carnazon, a triple destination of ego that needs to be brought into play on the ultimate realization of phenomena. Carnazon dissolves the ego as regarded to ego in the essence of evil. The concept of Carnazon is vitally important of the magic of mob zone, which Carnazon is actually talking about, dissolving the ego, and how you dissolve this particular ego is to face the true self in what you are, which is the dark substance of demonology. Now, let's explain this to you. See this? Let me explain this to you, what this is. In this particular book, the book Pacts with the Devil, they'll tell you that they're going to go into the Grail stone, because the Grail cup was also called the Grail stone, and as you know, I've taught many times, anytime you hear the word stone, that means melanin. So before it was the Grail cup or the Holy Grail, it was in Arthurian mysteries, get the movie Excalibur to understand that it was called the Grail stone, which is called the stone of Lucifer. From the stone are flint stones. You get the flint stones. All that shit is made up. There's flint, fire, spark, stone, Lucifer, light bringer. Light bringer. Is it breaking up again? Oh, that is strong. Yeah, I can touch it and see that. Yeah. So you want me to put it in?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, want me to put it in? Okay.
I want to take them chances.
Yeah, okay. All right. Anyway, Lucifer as light bringer simply means pineal gland. Now, what is the Lord of Hell? The Lord of Hell, Osiris, means the black one. In Egyptian mysteries, symbolic of generative power, operating from the darkness of Amenta in magical terms. The hidden God infuses the signal of vitality in darkness and forgetfulness of the subconscious. Mythology, the father Horus is the Manichaeans in Amenta and the sacred bull. And what this means is basically that Osiris is also a form of the deep form of the subconsciousness, is what it's actually talking about. The deepest form of the actual of the subconsciousness is what it's actually talking about. Now, you remember I told you about a mythology that I said you could get in you can get it in Miriam Litchen's book called Ancient Egyptian Literature. You could also get it in E. Wallace Budge's book called From Fetish to God in Ancient Egypt. And you could also get it in E. Wallace Budge's book called The Legends of the God. And in that particular book, it talked about the destruction of mankind. And in the destruction of mankind, it was supposed to be these mankind that conspired against Ra. But in this particular part, there's another twist to the particular story. This particular mankind was a kind of man. This particular mankind was this man that was not a man at all. He was a kind of man, which is the white man. Anyway, they took Ra, seeing them supposedly conspiring against him, and he sent out Hathor, Heru, to destroy them. She got halfway and did a certain job, and then he sent out Sekhmet. Now, Sekhmet in the book The Devil, Jeffrey Burton Russell in this particular book, The Devil, is supposed to be a form of the devil. Anyway, Sekhmet was getting ready to destroy these people, and Ra put some beer out there and got her drunk so she could not destroy mankind. So who the hell is Ra? It's all in the book, Jeffrey Burton Russell's book, and it talks about that particular part also, that particular part. Now, in the Avon book, remember the brother John Cheney introduced this to me. They say when the comet rises in the neighborhood of Sirius, which is Satan, there will be great difficulties in the house of kings, and brother will rise up against brother, and there shall be war and famine. And these things, the worshipers of the dog will rejoice. That's us, the dog star. And these conflicts and the spoils of these conflicts, we will grow fat. What that is talking about the energy that the government don't want you to understand, actually growing fat from the spoils of war, which means when you take out something and you actually reap the harvest from that particular part. That's in the Necronomicon, a little book from Avon, in Avon. Now, what we're talking about is this here. Most of the people out here thinking that the nature is going to take you out. The nature cannot take you out. The nature cannot destroy itself. It does a certain amount of destruction like a hurricane, but then it peters out. It's not strong enough. The stuff that is going to take us out is the stuff that's beyond nature, which is the carbonated substance of the triple blackness of space, which is in the melanin. So what we're talking about is being beyond this world, and that's what's going to actually do this particular thing. The nature right now is only reacting because our energy and subconscious has grown higher than the sun up there, and so therefore the lower energies that used to rule the world does not have the power to do it now, and because of your energy is so strong, and it don't take a lot of it, just take the ones that open up, it's actually changing the actual weather system, and it's all done by you. But because you confused, and we are confused, the damn weather is hot one day, cold the next day, freezing the next day, and all that type of stuff. But we're talking about a polarization, but we're still seeing the manifestation of this particular energy that's actually happening right now at this particular time.